Hello and welcome. Hold on. Hello and welcome to Tacking Starward, Episode 7. I am Kyle, I am the GM, and joining us today, in no particular order, we have got Colin. All right, and we have got Everoth. All right, and we have got Lee. And we've got Windy. Hmm. And lastly, we have got Drew. Drew is back from the dead. All right. Well, last time on Tacking Starward, we finished up the fight in the dungeon. There was a couple of ghosts. They got the artifacts they were looking for. They completed the skull, and they are now free of, well, sort of free of the curse. You have to look into the eyes, the eyes of the ox skull, and it sucks out the energy that is used to track you guys. Though that energy builds over time, and you do occasionally have to take a look into those eyes and release the energy from you so you can't be tracked. You were escorted out of the little elven enclave, asteroid enclave that you were on, um, and you went to a large city that is just it's a big city on a flat rock out in astral space. Um, can I?
Can be heard, and they could not hear our character descriptions on that we all gave on the stream.
Okay. Is that better?
I have no
What
idea. Let
happened
me
there?
continue checking on the stream.
What happened there?
Sorry for the interruption. Hope the intermission helps.
I think that might have fixed it.
Okay,
Much better.
that was weird. I must have double clicked the mute button. Anyhow, um, well, everybody was introduced, if not got to describe themselves. But anyhow, you guys went to this town. It's like a major trading hub out in out in space. Um, you all just arrived, kind of wandered around, did a couple of things. I don't recall exactly what, but at this point, you are all in this city looking for answers to your questions. Um, so take it away.
We were looking for a library last time, I think.
You were.
I think we found a
find a
library, but
library?
it was probably not the right library.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
we're looking
Mole's
for
still
a
looking
little less
smut.
porn.
Yes, yes. Mole.
Y'all are looking for less porn. Mole took the smut back to the ship.
All right. Well, welcome to town. Mole, you are on the ship. What, rubbing one out?
No,
We don't need to know what Mull is doing.
think that he actually thinks that there might be, because it was like demon specific. So he's reading each page like earnestly.
Oh yeah,
like,
I'm sure.
trying to divine some sort of sincere detail about the demon army that's chasing them.
Okay. So, Drew, you were still on the ship while they all wandered out. You had a couple of things to take care of.
Sure.
Magic stuff that needed to get taken care of on the ship. And you're just doing your work. About 20 minutes ago, you heard Mole come back onto the ship. You can tell because of the hooves. There's only one person that makes a hoof sound on the deck. And you're doing something. You got to move something, and it takes you into the room that Mole is in, and Mole is just like intently reading demon porn.
Like
Okay.
making notes, intently reading.
I think. I think. I think I just. I think I just basically like slowly back out of the room.
Colin, roll a perception.
I'm pretty sure that's an 11. Yep.
You think you heard something, but you're not sure what.
That's okay. I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to be. And I'm kind of blissfully unaware of what this could possibly look like.
Excellent. All right. So Mud and Mojo, I believe you two were out drinking
I'm
Yes.
looking for fights.
and looking for fights. Okay. Well, you definitely find the drinking. You do find that most people, it's still like afternoon, nobody's super drunk, and most people are not looking for a fight.
Well, that's just no fun.
We still can drink. Or fun. No way.
And Windy, what are you up to?
I am gonna try to see if Drew would like, or Quidit would like to come with me to find an actual library.
I mean, as long as I'm done with, I don't know anything about it. I like libraries.
All right, so I'm gonna gesture to him, get off the ship, and go down to the dock and ask directions to the nearest temple library or academic library.
You know what?
Okay.
Actually, well, no, we'll try that afterwards. Library first.
Library first. All right. Go ahead, roll me. What do we want to roll? Roll an investigation.
Maybe you want to roll investigation for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Damn straight.
14, and you probably have a pretty solid bonus to investigation. Oh, +1. Oh, because it's intelligence. Okay. So 13? 15. 15.
Okay. On a 15, people will be like, yeah, there's a few libraries. There's some temple libraries and all sorts of it, but like the only real good one that I know of is up in the keep.
I turn to Quiddick and say, well, do you want to keep going to go on to the keep, or did you want to do something else? Did you have a better idea?
I don't have any reason not to go to the keep, but I do have other thoughts to try if that doesn't work out.
To the keep. And she starts walking towards the big castle.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's not hard to find. All roads kind of lead to the keep. It's in the center of town and absolutely the biggest building here. Yeah, you get to a gate and the guards block your path. Like, can we help you?
Yeah, actually, I am a visiting scholar, and my friend here and I are looking to do some research. We heard that you actually had the best library, not only in the city, but possibly the continent. And I would like to inquire about getting a visitor's pass or something.
Well, A, you're obviously not very observant because there's no continent. This is a floating rock in space. And B, why would we let you in?
Yeah, I was not given to be aware that the library tenant make the resources available to visiting scholars. And why would you not let me in?
Um, Lots of reasons we would not let random strangers walk into the Keep Library. Do you have any kind of proof that you are
Oh,
who you say you are?
oh, absolutely. So, I actually have, I am a priestess of, Prospera, and I am, here is my holy symbol. I do actually have several articles that I've published, not with me, unfortunately, but here's my my prayer book and a couple of books, and I. What kind of proof would you like? And she lets a couple of coins from her purse fall loose as she's fumbling around in her bag.
You make a move that looks like bribery, and they actually, like, stiffen up a little bit, and they say, I'm sorry, what are you trying to do?
Oh, I'm sorry. Us scholarly types, we're so clumsy. I stuff the coins back in the back and give them my most winning smile. Really, what I'm interested in is religious records, since I am doing a dissertation on the various underworld gods in this sector, and would love to consult upon your tomes as as the foremost scholastic library, both secular and religious.
You gonna let her roll a persuasion?
Yeah.
Keep letting her dig herself a deeper hole. All right, here you go, Wendy. That's an 18 with a +0.
Okay. They say, look, we're not supposed to let strangers in. Like, we don't know you. I have never heard of Prospera, whoever the hell that is. You can request an audience with the tower priest. I don't know when he's gonna be able to get to you, but here's the proper channels, and they give you like a couple of forms, and they're like, fill this out and submit this, and we'll make sure it gets to him. Tell us where you're docked, and we'll let you know when your audience will be granted.
Thank you, sir. I am going to take these papers and go fill them out. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's a really great writing surface, so I'm going to go to the local cafe and have a cup of coffee and figure this out, and I'll bring them forthwith.
You do that. Please leave.
Thank you, kind sir, and I make my most kiss-assing, but not in an ironic way, bow.
They, like, immediately go on to ignoring you.
Antiquitic, okay. And we shuffle out at your shot first, and I'm like, all right, what's your idea?
I'm gonna go use my connections, or at least see if I can contact any sort of. Yeah, I should have an in with smugglers. Not really helpful for getting. Well, maybe helpful for getting into the keep, but yeah, smuggler connections.
I am not above a little grand larceny if it gets us the information that we need. Petty larceny would be preferred.
Okay, let's see. How does your connections thing work? Ear to the ground. Can open doors among this connection comes in the form of contact.
I basically just have a contact in any city I visit that is related to smugglers and pirates.
Okay. Yeah, so down by the docks, not the docks that you were parked at. It's actually more on the opposite side of where you guys are parked. But there is a long line of seedy bars. Um, how do you know these contacts? What's
The idea actually is that these contacts know Viz. And I'm getting by being like, I'm Viz's daughter. Because I am, more or less.
Okay, so you don't have like a Rolodex full of these guys. You've got to go find them.
Yeah, but mechanically I do. I don't know. It's, yeah.
Stories that is told growing up. Oh yeah, one time I was on this place.
And there was this
Many
guy
tales.
that I was gonna say most of his stories probably I've remembered, and I know like names probably maybe.
Okay. Yeah. You're looking for a place called the Bent Flagon. So it's
Okay. Is it like hard to find, or is it just
no, you can get directions there. You wind up asking a couple of people, hey, do you know where I'd find the Bent Flagon? And a couple of them are like, well, that sounds like a seedy bar over on these docks, and you wind up getting some directions over there, and
tiny bug girl gets asked for directions to CD bar, immediately gets them.
yeah.
So what part is Mud and Mojo at?
Mud and Mojo, you have found your way to this district. You are not at the Bent Flagon. but you're in the same district.
Okay.
So Drew and Windy, Quiddick and Shaden, you both do eventually find the bent flagon. It is your typical grungy dockside bar. And outside, it is full of commotion and hubbub, and people are drinking and dancing, and there's music and everything's going on. You step inside, and the bar goes silent. Everybody looks over at you.
I can't communicate in any way that I can communicate to all of these people at once. So I guess I'm going to try to identify the innkeeper, or maybe whatever the contact was that I had heard.
There's
Can I
obviously a
just
guy
roll
at the bar.
Can I roll a perception check?
4?
Can I get a read on the room?
Sure.
Getting a read on the room is probably an insight, but you're better at that, I think.
Yeah, that actually would be
Yeah, I am.
insight. That would be
You're
some
much
fashion
better at insight.
But
So,
anyway,
20.
I'll just
You got a
direct
20.
my gaze at the bartender and be like, I've heard I can find friends of Viz here.
Okay, so first, Windy, the result of your insight is this is a shady bar full of shady, shady people, and then you two walked in, and everybody has the same thought, you're in the wrong place. Um, Drew, you say that to the bartender. Um, he looks at you, and there's just a pause. He doesn't say anything. He keeps scrubbing a wooden cup, um, and then he just spits on it, scrubs it some more, and he hooks his head over at a door. Like,
Okay, I'll just head
keeps
that way,
scrubbing.
I guess.
I head that way, but not before I leave a copper on the table for whatever like the equivalent of a buck would be on the table for the bartender.
I'll give him a little like genuflection as we walk past or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, so you walk into the door. And you walk into a room. There is two burly, burly hippos. Um, well armed, not well armored. Um, no, not well armed. They've just got a couple of clubs. And they, you open the door, you walk in, they block your path. Can we help you?
Whichever one spoke, I'll direct my thoughts at him and just be like, I'm looking for friends of Viz.
He like hooks his head back at the next room. There's like a one of those bead curtains, kind of blocking your impairment. But as he like opens it up, you can kind of see a little more clearly. There's a card game going on, and he looks in and he says, "The little bug girl and the prissy dwarf, or not prissy, the holy dwarf lady are looking for a friend of Viz." And then you hear some like mumbled response, and he like shrugs and turns and parts the beaded curtain for you.
And I'm gonna like just like I'm gonna be like, look, this method of communication is not the most efficient when it comes to an entire room. So can you just let me know who I'm talking to?
You'll know.
Okay, I shrug and go walk in.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in. There's a card table going on, people playing, piles of gold and silver and copper on the table. There's like 5 guys, decently well dressed, assorted races. You got an elf, a drow, a tiefling, and then there is one very well dressed woman in there, human woman, and she's just got a gigantic stack of money, and she's the only one at this table who is smiling at this point. And
No, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I've got it. I don't know. I feel really. Maybe it's just me not living in a society where telepathy exists, but I feel awkward like sending my thoughts at random people. I want like a "Do you consent to telepathy" sign. But okay, I'll I'll like direct my thoughts at her and be like, looks like a good game.
It is. Now, if you would stop interrupting me while I kick these guys' asses, I would like to take the rest of their money real quick. And she picks up her cards, she looks at them, she kind of grimaces, rubs them together a little bit, puts a finger on a temple and thinks, puts them down, shrugs, and pushes all of her money in, like, man, might as well try. And everybody else is looking at their cards. One of them throws it down and just like stands up, takes his meager pile of coins and walks away, starts walking, like pushes past you out the door. Another one pushes the rest of his money in. He actually breaks a big grin. And another guy folds and all that. The last card gets turned. She smiles and everybody shows their cards. She beats everybody handily. Everybody else gets pissed and they just like get up and leave. She says, "Why don't you come back again?" Starts stacking up all of her money. She doesn't even look over towards you when she says, "So you're a friend of his, huh? How is that old slime ball?"
Aging poorly.
Good. Get what you deserve.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll chat with her. We're just trying to get some research on what we're coming up against. I missed the context of what we're doing.
Yeah, you're all trying to get books on the big bad, trying to figure out
Okay.
who it is that's actually hunting you.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll chat her up a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, we need a way into the keep library to do some research. And
Maybe we should just start with like, is there a more? Well, I don't know. You do you. I'll think.
We can talk about that in a bit because stealth might be helpful for that.
We need a back way into the keep library that will render us able to browse topics without being interrupted or grossly endangered.
Or a quote unquote official way into the Keep library. That works too.
Right. We aren't sure exactly where our research is going to lead us, so we can't give you a specific target.
Getting into the Keep Library. That is a tall order, and we've only just met. How do I know that this isn't some kind of ploy? How do you. What? She looks back at you, Quiddick. What is your relationship with Viz?
I smile, which of course she has no idea what that looks like because I am a bug. And I say, I'm his daughter.
Oh, so you're just as untrustworthy. All right.
I'd
Well,
like to think I'm a little more trustworthy.
well, that's not a hard thing to do.
Look, we can definitely make it worth your while.
Look, if you need to get into the keep, I might be able to pull it off. But that's gonna be tricky, it's gonna be risky, and I'm gonna need a favor from you.
I would expect nothing less.
Great. I need a ship.
Oh, you're looking to move some goods. You know, I'm getting into the smuggling business.
Good for you. Look, I got a few things in a warehouse on the west docks. And unfortunately, the guards are onto me, and they're keeping an eye on it. I need to get them. I need to get them off off of this rock. So.
How soon?
Well, sooner would be better. The client is already waiting, and unfortunately, I can't touch them because they're looking at all my ships too. So you might have just walked in at just the right time.
Okay. I mean, I don't have any reason not to.
Excellent.
I've got a ship, and yeah.
Where are you parked? Maybe we can talk more on it this evening.
I'll let her know where we're docked.
After we get our time in the library.
I don't have any real reason to feel like that's necessary.
She looks at you when you say that, and she starts laughing at you and says, "That's not happening."
But that's fine. Yeah, come on down to our ship. We'll meet and discuss the details. Is she gonna come like sooner rather than later, or just like tonight? Did I lose you guys?
Yeah, I hear you. Kyle?
Yeah. Did we lose Kyle?
We did. My headset turned off for some reason.
It happens.
So,
You might
Um,
want
so
to.
yeah,
what was the
is
last
she
thing you
gonna?
heard?
What is the last thing we heard? That we were gonna. You said that's not happening, and I was like, no, it's fine. We'll meet at the at the ship and discuss details.
Okay, so after you say that, she says, "That's great. Now, please, I've got a group of unwitting fools who money I intend to take. So, leave."
Okay.
Madame, thank you for your help in advance.
Madam. All right. Well, I assume y'all head back to the ship. Or wherever.
Did we say anything about where we were all going, or did we just like split?
I think those two just split.
One thing. All right, head back to the ship.
Okay, actually, you know what? Let's do a little serendipity. You two are exiting the Bent Flagon when Mud and Mojo are actually walking into the Bent Flagon.
Okay. I mean, I'll tell Mud like, hey, like, I think I got us a job and a way to do stuff. But we're meeting back at the ship. But we've got time before the meet, so it's not like you gotta be there right now.
I'm reasonably drunk at this point, right?
I mean,
Do
one
we-
would
do
assume
we need a-
on a tavern crawl that you've been at for presumably like 6 hours that yes, you are.
So I'm just going to look around for a moment and be like, wait, where did that come from?
Bugs talking. Oh, by the way, Mojo has curled up his hair like one of those old Victorian wigs, but it's his actual white hair.
Oh, that's something you missed, Drew. Y'all are gonna need a greater restoration spell.
I forgot about that.
Mojo's like 30 years older all of a sudden.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
I'll be able to
It's
Alright.
fine.
answer
An
that
old
later.
man in a slime going on a bar crawl sounds like a normal Tuesday.
Do you need constitution checks for that?
For drinking? No, you're just drunk. We don't need rolls for that.
Okay.
You have failed. Over the
If I
course
was
of
gonna
6
roll,
hours.
then I would like not be drunk, because I get to have advantage against poisons.
Oh, right.
You guys have been drinking heavily, like Constitution or no, you are. What? I don't know about y'all, but I've always found that if I start drinking with the intent to get drunk, I get really drunk really quick.
That's what happens when you randomly chug things.
I
Yep.
mean, that's most of it. Lee, I think you were there for my Carlo Rossi escapade.
Possibly? I don't remember a lot of those years.
Saturnalia party we had in Montbello.
I don't remember a lot of those.
Let's just say that I put down a lot of Carlo Rossi, and I will never drink that stuff again.
Sounds like me and peppermint schnapps.
Oh, well, that's just a shame.
Too much. Too much.
Alright. Okay. Well, I mean, like, I think Kurdik is just entertained. So
I'm sure that like after we go into the bar and have like 3 drinks, it'll come to my brain as to what I just heard, and I will shout it to the entire bar, and then we will actually leave.
I mean, you don't have to. You don't. Ideally, if you're not horribly drunk when things happen, but you've got you can hold your liquor, so it's fine.
At this point, when am I not super drunk?
You got 4 or 5 hours. She actually didn't give you a time. She said tonight, so.
Yeah.
Like, and Drew,
So
you're
it's
pretty
fine.
savvy on things like this. Tonight could be anywhere from like 6:30 to 4 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure that it's around like 1:30 that it finally comes to my brain.
No, I think at this point in the day, it's like the equivalent of 4:30, 5 o'clock.
I think at this point too that I think Kurdik, just as a habit, as long as we're back at the ship every 8 hours or so, is casting alarm as a ritual on the deck of the ship, just so that like somebody I don't know gets on the ship. I know.
Okay.
So like, I'm not super worried about it. Like, either it'll happen or it won't. But yeah, we'll head back. It's not like I've got better things to do.
Cool. Right on. You get back to the ship. Shaden, I assume you start filling out forms.
Make a bureaucracy check.
What do you roll
That
for
sounds like a
bureaucracy?
nightmare.
Just in case.
Wasn't administration a role in 3rd edition?
I don't know, man. That sounds like a thing.
I don't
It's like
That sounds
we can
terrible.
think
spot
so,
or-
but
hide and move silent. You know, like there's a lot of skill overlap in 3rd edition.
no, I mean
You're gonna
honestly, it's pretty standard forms. Like it's roll an intelligence actually.
15.
All right, it's frustrating, but you muddle through. You do eventually get to the part where you find that the submission of this form also comes with 100 gold fee, a processing fee, as it were.
Yeah, I just looked down at my form in disgust, and they said they didn't do bribery.
Pretty sure
These are
that's like.
just. Sorry, go on.
I'm pretty sure that's like. They don't call that bribery.
They never said they didn't do bribery. They just made it very clear that they didn't do bribery.
They weren't doing bribery with me.
Maybe you just weren't showcasing enough bribery.
Yeah, I didn't show him 100 gold. I showed him 5.
That sounds like you were failing on your bribery attempt.
Anybody else doing
Now,
anything while
priest,
we're
we
waiting for the ship?
generally don't do bribery, but I'm also a nerd, so I'm willing to go great lengths for scholarship.
Could Mojo had try some carousing while at the bar, just trying to get to know people? See if he hears something interesting?
Sure.
What would that be? Investigation or just charisma?
Let's see.
He's carousing, he's just getting to know people, saying hi, drinking together. Whoa, where are you from? Stuff like that.
Give me a persuasion. Like we'll just
Persuasion.
do a.
Oh,
You know, if you just hit R over it, that doesn't
I know.
happen.
I just like to do that. It feels more natural.
Oh my
And I rolled a
God,
20.
You nat 20, so 26. Yes. You. Everybody was suspicious of you when you walked into the bar. You leave the bar with friends. Like most of these folks are smugglers and low life, so they don't really have necessarily any useful intel for you. But you've made friends with the whole bar. Like, so instead of a fight, like you make all of the friends.
Nice.
Like these folks love you. When you guys leave the bar eventually, they're all very sad. You don't spend a dime here. They all start buying you drinks.
I have to go places with you more often.
Hey, I told you I'm not as bad as you make me out to be.
Okay, bar crawl, great. Fight, maybe not so much.
That's a shame, but another day of fisting will have to do.
Another day of what?
I said that on purpose.
No. What word did you say specifically?
Oh god, I think I
Another
just
day
choked.
will have to wait before he has to fist somebody. But he said it in a way that could also be fisting, and it was a double joke.
No, we got you. I just wanted to make sure that that was the joke you were making.
Yes, 100%. Misspoken though, but I tried.
All right. So, eventually, everybody is back at the ship. Mull, you are reading your smut. There's lots and lots of interesting smut.
I definitely walk in and be like, "Hey, put your porn away. We have guests soon."
It's I'm reading it for the content.
That's like
That's what
saying
they
you're
all say.
reading it for the articles. That's a
Yes.
lie. We all know it is.
No. Like I mean it. Like I'm learning a whole lot about demons, and we are about to fight a demon army at some point. So
Drew, you get a
Right.
glance at his notes and stuff, and none of it is actually helpful, but like there is a lot of really good sexual technique.
in the notes,
No, no good sexual technique, but none of the notes are actually helpful. Like you're pretty sure some of the like demon physiology is just not true. That he like marks down stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah,
like
I'm
unhelpful and flat out wrong.
the spined
I'm-
demon has a soft spot just under the neck or whatever. Like very, very wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
conflicted whether to like let him continue to be confused or not, because it could actually be dangerous to. No, I'm not gonna correct it.
I'm gonna walk into the room and be like, yeah, he got that wrong. He actually has 2 penises.
Everybody slowly turns to look at Shaden quizzically.
I'm a
No, Kurtik's not all that like upstage. Kurtik's like, yeah, you guys do what you do. I don't even.
I'm a grave cleric, literally undead and demons, and my goodness, I serve an underworld goddess. You don't think I know what some demon anatomy is? However, that would work on a different type of demon. And I'm just going through and correcting some of the notes.
Anatomically correct demon.
I feel like I haven't drunk enough for this.
But we should put this away because we're actually going to find useful information.
Mull will reluctantly put the books away under his mattress.
Under his mattress. Oh, the
Yes.
optics. Oh, the optics. Yeah, actually, as you're sliding it under the mattress, Drew, the alarm bells go off.
Okay, I set them to be mental only, so it's not. They're not like but yeah. Okay, I'll walk out and just be like, I don't know. Is it who I think it is?
Yeah, it's absolutely who you think it is. She looks over at you and says, "That's a clever trick."
What is?
She just smiles and walks on.
Okay. I mean, I'll like bring her down to like. I assume we have a. I assume we have a whatever room we've been using as a common room.
Yeah, yeah. Probably. I got the ship. I got a ship. Search. Okay. You can ignore like half of this. I don't know. I would assume it's like one of these back rooms on the main deck or something.
Okay. Yeah.
I should actually like let you guys have at on furnishing your ship. I I was gonna leave it fairly blank because we had a couple of people who were having the damnedest of time getting this thing loaded, but now they're both gone. So
Yeah.
anyhow, I digress. So yeah, you pull her into the ship. Or she actually like sees about where you're meeting and kind of leads the way herself. Um, Sits down and says, "So, we've got business to discuss. Are these your crew?"
This is my crew. Yes.
All right. Well, I, as I mentioned, have got some cargo that I need smuggled out of here. Can you guys do it? She looks over at
I
the two
would
people that are
assume
like
so.
swaying. She looks over at the like satyr. Looks over at Windy. Like, you
Just
guys.
give her my brightest, dazzling smile.
I will hiccup in response to her looking at me.
She returns the smile in the same fashion that you are giving it to her. Like it is the
Do we
same.
even know her name?
Theoretically, yes.
Theoretically.
I trust Kudik. It's fine.
Uh yeah, actually, let's see. Her name is, let's do something common. Vanessa.
I don't want to put you on the spot necessarily, but did I hear anything specific? Like, what tales?
Oh yeah. There was some tales. Um Yo Daddy had a thing for Vanessa. Um they
Who
they did
jilted who?
a couple of jobs together. Um Crewed had like co-captain on a ship. Um they didn't get along in the way of like trying to do that. And that's what that's what ended the like 6 month stint.
What
Um,
what does she do? Like, what's her sort of focus?
she
And
is predominantly a business person. She
Okay.
dabbles in everything if it will make her money. Honestly, from your dad's stories, this is like she's think Hondo.
Gotcha. I
Like
have.
hello. I smell profit. Do you know the character from Star Wars
Rebels.
Rebels?
Yes.
Yes.
Colin gave
Yeah.
me a rundown of that when you guys were doing Star Wars.
Excellent. So yeah, Drew, that's what you know over here.
Okay.
Was it an amicable breakup, or is she gonna like fuck over the kid to get back at the dad?
I mean, theoretically, this, just from a mechanical standpoint, my contact shouldn't be trying to murder us, but it's fine. Yeah. So like, I mean, I'll just turn to her and be like, I assure you, like, we have our fun when it's time to have our fun, and when it's time for business, we do business. We've already smuggled some people out of. We smuggled some people past. What was the
Confederation?
Yeah,
the Confederate Navy? We smuggled some people out of Baldur's Gate.
Oh my. And
So we're developing a reputation now, but most of it is we do have some methods.
well, now that's intriguing. Um, and yet you openly fly with a kobold crew, and she looks at the kobold who like just came in with a plate of food, like a tray of food for everybody. He's
I
actually
don't know if
like
you've noticed.
he's actually like kind of dressed up now. You got like a suit, like he looks more the part of.
This isn't my wizard friend, is it?
It's absolutely your wizard friend.
Oh, okay, all right.
No, it's
I
not
just
your
I'm
wizard friend. Your wizard friend is below deck reading books.
Yeah, he wears robes.
Yeah.
Probably the one that Mojo has doing all the menial serving tasks.
Kobolds are incredibly proud people, very hardworking, and require half the food of a warm-blooded creature of normal size.
I'll just like look at her and be like, I don't know if you've noticed, and then I'll like point at myself being a bug, and then point at the slime, and then point at the satyr. Be like, we're a bit of a motley crew to start.
I guess that does help you. No, it doesn't. You people draw so much attention. So if you've managed to smuggle a couple of things already, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Well, shall we talk about tonight's job?
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a quick question. Out of game.
Yes. Oh, you do.
Would she be a good source of information about the guy we're running from, or would she not know?
You don't know.
Mm.
I feel like that would require asking.
Okay.
I think maybe we can talk about that once our relationship is a little more formalized.
Gotcha.
We need more respect.
That's fair.
Gratis.
So what's the job?
Oh, it's actually pretty simple. I've got 6 boxes, about yay big, and she like holds out her hand. It's like, I don't know, like a foot and a half by like 1 foot by like 1 foot. It's like crates. Um, and they are in a warehouse across town. And she actually whips out a map, which I will admit to not having. I I attempted to make the map of this city, and then I went, we're gonna imagination land it, and now I'm regretting that. But I think there's a couple somewhere that I could use. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let's actually take a 5-minute break. We will be back in 5 minutes. Quarter on the hour. And we're back. We have a map now of the city, and the city is Tertero, which I believe is the author of this map who watermarked it. So thank you, Tertero. I promise you we are not making any money off of this. So, yeah. Anyhow, so you guys are parked over in this dock over here, and the items need to be moved from. Let me look a little closer at this map. The items have to be moved from here-ish. Let me grab a box or something to put on that. What the hell would they be under? Set dressings. Colin, would you find a box?
I just put a green mark on there. Does that work?
That works fine. So yeah, it's just like a storage warehouse in the trade quarter over there. And yeah, she says, there's six crates, probably yay by yay by yay, and like I said, it was like a foot and a half long by like a foot tall by like a foot wide boxes.
How heavy are they?
They are going to be heavy.
Like full of gold heavy, or like full of?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna need pounds.
You're gonna need pounds. Let me
Yes.
look that up real quick.
Or I guess I can say all of them together, are they more than 500 pounds?
Like in total?
Yes.
Each box is going to be about 700 pounds.
God damn it. That's harder. There goes one of my ideas.
Actually, more like 8. But
Wow.
each box is going to be heavy, yes. And yeah, we need to get that box off-world. There's a ship who's going to meet you to collect it on a little moon not far from here. Like, you don't even have to enter astral space.
Wait. Each foot by foot by foot box is almost 1,000 pounds? Or is that all of them together?
Full of uranium.
No. Each box is about 750-ish pounds.
Okay. That's a lot of pounds for a small box. But okay.
That seems like a lot that we're going to have to figure out how to haul.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what we need. And
Is there ship access to the building where we got to pick them up?
oh no, honey.
That's the point.
We're going to have to figure out like a carriagey cart thing, something situation.
Can I use Shape Earth to make a tunnel?
It's like 5 feet at a time, so not really.
I mean, you could, but it's going to take some effort.
Gotcha.
Which isn't necessarily something we can't. That's the other question I was going to ask: is how quickly does this need to happen?
Well, the buyer is already waiting. So sooner would be better? Preferably
But
before
it's not
he
like-
gets tired of waiting?
Also, where are they going? Besides off-world.
Does that matter to you?
Apparently a moon somewhere. It's fine.
Oh dear.
You're being a bad smuggler.
Don't ask
Shit.
questions. Just do things.
Yeah. All right.
We don't want to know. Do you want to be a complicit in this shit? No. We know nothing.
I don't think there's a fantastic RICO law, but you're probably right that we don't want to know.
All right.
Best case scenario is if somebody stumbles upon us, we can just be like, what? Where? We didn't know.
Can we be supplied with horse and cart disguises?
I think we would need to obtain whatever we're going to use ourselves. Like, this is a test.
Yeah,
Just
she's like rolling up her map and is like, "That's up to you all, honey.
Yep. Yeah, we're
That's the
figuring it out.
job. You know where to find me when it's done."
all right. My turn to Quiddick. Plan.
I'm formulating.
This isn't really my thing, so I'm gonna go take a look at the place where they are and sort of walk the path a couple
Oh
of
yeah,
times.
that's a good idea.
I'm
So we
extra
have-
stealthy, so just tell me what to do.
Do we just have access to this warehouse? Like theoretically, it's her warehouse, right? We can just walk in and out.
Well, theoretically, I might have some property stored somewhere that's not technically mine.
So we have to break in addition to getting it out of there.
This sounds like a job for a slime that can fit into tiny places.
I mean, mostly it's being watched. The city guard know that I've planted something there. I might have been sitting on this for a while. It might be, not super accessible. It's on the back. It's on the back wall. It's all stored like in on the back wall. Nobody is ever gonna touch it there. Like that's so deep into their stock that nobody goes back there. It's one of my best hiding spots actually, but you know, it'd be best that the people who work there don't see you.
Okay.
Is there an empty warehouse nearby?
I don't know.
We
Yeah,
can
we'll
find
figure
that
all
out.
this out.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Yeah. Mole and Mud, if you guys want to go, check the place out.
Mole's
That's not
already
a bad
like
plan.
putting on his traveling clothes, pulling over his chainmail.
I will make myself a vague, nondescript shape and follow.
All right. So we got 2 walking the path. This is the way.
I think at this point they're just going to like, there's a word for that. Colin, what's the word for that?
For what?
For the thing you're doing?
Recon? Casing?
No, it's not that. That was the word, casing. They're going to case it.
Yeah. We're casing the area.
Yeah.
And the routes, the possible routes.
So I think right now we're I'll send oh man, what kind of a distance? We're really far ways away, aren't we?
Pretty much across
Literally the
town.
opposite side of the town, yeah.
Do you have any thoughts as to what the scale is, Kyle?
It's big. It's big.
So we're not gonna,
Considering
like-
some of this area, like right in front of that shipyard,
Let's
looks
see.
like some more fancy areas. That's a lot of distance.
Let's see. So, I mean, these are full-on ships. So each ship is like, I mean, you guys is kind of a medium ship, and it's what? Give me a second.
I mean, if we were gonna like translate it to city blocks, that's still a pretty decent size.
So 20, 25 times 5. So yeah, your ship is like 120 feet. So each of these ships is inch, centimeter. Oh yeah, there we go, centimeter. So if we go centimeters, that's 1 centimeter. Sorry, okay, so 120 feet in meters. 125 feet in meters.
This is probably more effort than we really need, but
Yeah,
that's okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, so this is a centimeter is about 40 meters.
Okay.
So how far was that?
That was 100 centimeters.
So
So
400 meters?
400 meters.
Okay, that's not unreasonable, but it is beyond the range of the thing I was planning on doing. So,
Yeah, it's four football fields.
Oh man, is that it?
but I'll send legs with you guys anyway, just because, it'll be helpful.
Okay. You can ride on my shoulder.
He can help you guys with whatever you're doing.
I think
Okay.
I'm actually going to adjust that a little bit. I'm sorry. Now that I'm looking at it. Each centimeter is 1,000 by 100 is 100 meters. Should make the town a kilometer across.
Okay.
So, in a straight line back to your ship all the way on the dock, it's going to be about a kilometer if you could do a straight line.
Wait, a kilometer is 1,000 meters?
Yes.
And you said that a centimeter is 100 meters?
Yes.
So every
The
one
math
of
doesn't work.
No. A centimeter is 10 millimeters.
We're-
100 centimeters is
No,
1
what-
meter.
We're
100
talking about
meters.
we're talking
The
about the
comparative
scale of the
legend.
map.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. We appreciate the attempt to school us useless Americans.
No. I'm talking about scale. Wait, 100 centimeters.
So it's 100 centimeters. So if each centimeter is 100, then that would be 10 kilometers across.
10 kilometers across. Ooh, I kind of like that better, actually.
That is a damn big city.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Hmm.
Each of these little like city block areas, which are like 3 houses long, are 2 centimeters. I don't know how long a house, your average house lot is, but I don't know. It's probably not a big deal per se. But it's definitely farther than 100 feet, which is, I think, the range on my like telepathic communication with my
Yes, it is definitely
familiar.
farther than that. But now I'm hung
Which
up
is-
on this, and I shouldn't be.
10 kilometers is from your house to the mission district as the crow flies.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big ass city. Okay.
That was
So-
kind of my point.
Yeah. So if one. Oh, if 1 centimeter were 10 meters.
Then you would have a kilometer, yes.
Then, okay. Yes, let's go back to that scale. I think that scale is about right.
Okay.
So 1 centimeter is, in fact, 10 meters upon this map. Solved.
10 minutes later.
Math.
Sorry.
Okay, so Mull and Mud are walking the streets to go case the joint while everybody else is trying to come up with a plan.
Trying to figure out the best route, what looks unsettling and what is easiest to walk through / whatever.
Plus, like, it's going to take a bit to load these things, so we got to figure out vulnerabilities and if anybody is watching this place overtly.
I wonder how she even like got these here in the first place. 800 pounds. That's crazy.
Yes.
It's like
It might have
several
been
pack
like
horses.
one over a period of time, so it just kind of like slowly accumulated. But I don't think we have
Could've been.
time for that shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, you guys case. I will be scheming.
Scheming. All right. Yeah. So you guys walk the path. There are so each of these districts does have a gate. The gates have guards at them, but people pass through unhindered.
So as long as we don't look super suspicious, we're fine.
Yeah. As long as you're looking pretty legit, like you're fine. Nobody's getting checked at these things. These main roads are hustling and bustling. It's still fairly early evening. It's like 9 o'clock at this point. So, you know, people are still out and about. Especially like in this district, because this is the poor district, the trade district. You know, people who live here don't have a lot of money and that kind of stuff. So
I fit right in. Yay.
the pads are fairly busy. People out and about doing their PM stuff, having dinner, having drinks. Um, the back paths is kind of a maze. If you don't know them real well, it might be a little hard to navigate. But there are fewer people in here. They are quite a bit more narrow. So depending on how you're escaping, and eventually you do get to the warehouse. And in the way of a warehouse, it's your pretty standard affair. Um, Kind of a big yard up front. Got places for horses. There's actually horses there. Uh, Wagons. Um, in the yard in various states of unload and mend. It looks like they can, do some basic maintenance there as well. Spare wheels, that kind of stuff. Um, and you can't really see the inside of the warehouse because it's built like a warehouse. There's no windows. At least not low to the ground. There might be some windows at the top of the warehouse to let some light in, but
Okay.
uh, other than that, it's your standard affair.
Looking for any surveillance. Although this is not something I'm great at. So I rolled a 5.
Looks clear.
Yeah.
Be with him.
Mud is with me.
I think Mud was with him.
I could do like an investigation, but I'm not like the best at it.
Legs will give you help.
Yeah? What kind of help?
That just gives you advantage on your rolls. He's giving you the help action. Literally.
Basically, your roll twice.
Perception roll. You're just scoping.
Okay, well, my
there.
other roll was 19, so 18.
18. All right. Yeah, on an 18, you definitely notice. I mean, they're plain clothes. There's a human and a dwarf and a couple other people scattered around, and there is definitely like some form of surveillance on this.
Cool. I'll make a note.
So we're going to have to be extra stealthy in how we do this, which is fine because apparently you are also good at stealth.
Yeah. Do we want to go in?
Should we go?
I mean, if you want to like watch, I can probably sneak in.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep lookout.
Since I can like fit underneath doors without opening them.
Yeah. Yeah, just, don't take chances.
That's hard to say, but I'll try.
That's fair.
I guess I'll just like sneak in and see what it looks like on the inside without it looking like anybody is going in.
Okay. I'm gonna say that due to the darkness and with your ability to slip in the way you do, Roll me a stealth with advantage.
Okay, so it's what, a 17 plus 6?
Yeah.
23!
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Well, you know what? Let's roll a couple just in case.
If they're not actively looking, it should be just passive perception. Unless they have a reason to be actively looking.
They might have a reason to be
Well-
actively looking. You don't know.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'll take that. Anyhow, there's 3 of them there. None of them notice you as you creep among the shadows.
I mean, to be fair, I am a slime, so I'm like literally just like sledging over the ground and
Yeah.
then under the door.
Yeah. So you get inside. Again, it's your standard warehouse. It is just rows and rows of stuff. It's fairly big. It's a big open room, a monstrous open room. And they've got
Any special exits or like anything?
Well, no, not really. There's the door you came in, and that's on the side. As you creep and sneak around, it kind of looks like there's like a side door, a back door, and another side door on the other side. But there's an obvious main entrance. It's a large gate area. You can kind of back a horse carriage team right into it and start unloading. There's even like a platform to match the height of a wagon. There looks to be, well, I mean, it looks like a magic pallet jack. Like it's 2 forks and a tongue that kind of float.
I want one of these for the ship.
Yeah, I've learned from experience, Kyle, that giving us some mundane magic thing like that is dangerous. So we're gonna steal that too. I'm just gonna warn you right now.
Magic thermos.
I fully support that. All right.
Do you remember the magic thermos?
I am vividly remembering the magic thermos right now.
What
I
was the
really need
magic
to know
thermos?
about what the heck this is.
It was just a random bucket that I had them use to get lava for a quest, a fetch quest, and they kept the bucket because they wanted it. And it kept coming in being extremely handy because it was like, a magical container that would maintain temperature of whatever was put in it. And like over and over again, I'm like, are you kidding me?
How is this helpful? Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, there's a magic pallet jack there.
There's a magic pallet jack there. Okay.
Yes.
What do you suppose the carrying capacity of that is? Mull wonders to himself out loud for some reason.
Except he's not
Yeah.
Because he's not in the room.
seeing this.
But I can think that.
Why did I say that?
But yeah, no, you eventually do creep your way towards the back. And there's like the section that is all cobwebbed up. Like there's no fresh footprints back here. Nobody comes back here. Nobody comes back here.
It's a good thing I don't
Although-
leave footprints.
Actually, you know what? Roll me a perception.
Nat 20.
Oh my god. Okay, so you are looking, and there are some fresh footprints back here. And there's like scatterings of little paper and tobacco leaf.
That is interesting.
as far as things on shelves and whatnot, like super dusty spider webs, except for four little boxes that I'm sorry, six little boxes that look a little out of place.
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna
assuming those
hold you
are
to
what
the
we're
floor.
trying to move.
You would probably be assuming correctly.
So there's not like there are other locations like doors out of this place, but there's specifically a main door, right?
That's correct, yes.
What are the walls of the building made out of?
Wood, like wood planks, kind of overlapped.
We don't like destroy anything. Come on now. So once I get a good idea of like what everything looks like inside, I'm gonna go ahead and like slink my way back out.
Okay. Go ahead, just give me another stealth check. With advantage. Ooh! Oh, wait. You got a 16 as well.
I got a 16 or an 18 plus my 6.
Well, yeah, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. You sneak back out.
That's what I thought.
You also did hear, like 3 people talking and like moving some stuff. And Mull, you notice like there's a few people in there moving some stuff.
What did they say?
Oh, I mean it's just random trite bullshit.
They just exist and are talking nonsense.
Yeah, I mean they're one guy's bitching
Yeah,
about his
they're going
wife.
about their days.
Yeah, yeah. One guy's like bitching about his wife. Like the other guy's like, "Hey, that's not fair." That kind of stuff.
Baby, don't be shit to your wife. It's fine. Okay, so I suggest we head back and like talk about plans.
Yeah, I suppose we scoped everything we can. No, sewers. Gotta look for a sewer, convenient sewer nearby.
Is there a convenience store nearby?
I don't know. That's what I gotta look for.
But your legs would be really helpful at looking for sewers.
17.
I mean there is in fact a sewer grate, but it's like a grate and then a ladder.
But it's small enough to fit one of those boxes down. Although those boxes are like 700, I don't think we're gonna get through with sewers.
Yeah, okay, you're probably right.
Trying to lower 700 pounds down a frickin' ladder.
Oh, it's gonna go down easy. Getting it back up may be a little more difficult.
Okay, I'm sorry. Getting it down in like one decent piece and not just dropping it like. I thought I was gonna have a good comparison, but I didn't. I think our best bet is to load this up on like some vehicle and get it going.
Yeah, we need some carts.
I'm gonna say possibly 2 or 3 carts. Like deceptive, some carts don't have things on them, kind of thing.
Oh. Oh. That's clever. I like that.
I try.
Okay, let's look into that.
I think we head back to the ship to discuss our findings.
Okay, I mean,
No,
you get back
maybe
to
a
the
horse.
ship.
Okay. You see, like, you guys get back to the ship, and Kurdik has, like, her spell book has been, like, thumbed through, and then thumbed through again, and then thumbed through again. And she's just very, I don't know, like, Mud probably knows that she looks a little frazzled looking. And she's like, I don't know. I'm having the hardest time finding anything remotely useful to do.
It's fine. It's fine. We are fine. Have a drink.
she just looks at you, and then yeah, I don't. What did you guys find out?
So there is definitely people watching that place, and not a lot of people go anywhere near where the product is housed. Although there was some like bits and like one thing of footprints.
The busy warehouse. I don't know, obviously, if it operates at all hours of the day, but
I mean, it's dark now. It was like active-ish.
yeah,
Did you guys find out who's watching it
cops.
Just
and where they are
people
watching it from?
Yes.
in a direction.
He'll like hold his arm out at length, and your familiar like runs down and hops over to you. Like, that was really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, like, handy.
I think our best bet is to do like a multiple kind of thing so that they might be following the incorrect carriage.
The problem is, by my math, one draft horse, so not even a riding horse, but a horse pulling a cart, can carry one of those.
I think it's more like 2.
It's
But I'm not
1,350 pounds, including the weight of the cart that one can pull.
Okay, so it's really close to 2. Yeah. Okay. Lesai.
Yeah. So we're looking at making multiple trips with one cart, or needing a small army of carts to.
The other thing you did notice is that most of the carts that were there were meant to be multiple horse teams.
Yeah, okay. 2 horses doing that would be twice as much.
Multiple horse doesn't necessarily mean only 2. You could probably get like 4 horses on a carriage.
Yeah.
If we could get like 2 carriages with like the 4 horses on them, maybe 3 for extra confusion.
We can also, if we can just like hold the guards for a minute so that they don't know. Where were they all within like a few feet of each other?
The guards?
Yeah,
The cops
that are watching
the place.
No, they were spread out. Like, there was a guy across the street having a drink. There was a guy like down the way planting plants, but he wasn't really planting plants. Like, Colin, you noticed he was like planting a bunch of plants and then digging them up and replanting them in different orders.
Vaguely digging.
Like, yeah, vaguely digging.
Okay, Shaden
They were kind
and
of like
Mud
all
are the
around
best
the
at
warehouse.
animal handling. Yeah,
Shaden
we
and what or
don't-
what?
best at animal handling.
We don't have to worry about horses. I have horses covered.
Okay.
Magic horses.
I could probably talk to the rats and either suss out precise locations of the guards if we want to.
We have that.
Or maybe cause a distraction.
I mean, if we have Shaden on one of the carts and me on the other one, as a slime, I'm going to look a little bit more suspicious. And then we have something else creating a distraction. I think we've got a better chance.
Maul's going to be pretty good at creating a distraction.
I gotta say, I
If
like
we
the idea
can-
of rats. They're really good distraction and really unsuspicious on our side. Like, rats are rats.
If
you
we
get
can
time
draw
for-
our
Yes,
cards,
rats are rats.
if we can draw our tail. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I can also cast fog cloud.
Ooh, handy.
I've got fog cloud too, and I've also got hypnotic pattern. So if all of our tail wind up in like a relatively small area, I can hit them all with like a dazed effect, and then we can get out of there.
And then use fog cloud to cover a trail.
Okay. See, this is good because we have the options, but we're not overly planning. Like we have what we can do. This is actually the ideal plan for a group like ours.
Like ours, you say.
I think the thing we need to worry about most is, I guess, the gate or the gate between regions. So the direct path will take us through 2 gates in the sort of center of the city, while the longer path will only take us through 1. And I feel like if they're onto us, then they're going to try and lock down those gates. If they have any way to send a message ahead to do that, then we're going to kind of be in trouble.
So which route is who taking?
I'm in charge of the distraction, so that's between y'all.
Honestly, as long as we can get the goods a distance away, then they're no longer being watched, and then it should be much easier to just like put goods in our ship. Like that's what we do. Although I guess we'll have to get it.
So you're trying to think of like a middle ground where we can like stop or something?
I mean, unless they go through the entire quarter and search every cart, especially if we like switch carts or like change our cart.
You have the horses covered, but you don't have the carts covered.
No, I do not have the cart.
So we have to steal carts, and we already have to steal 2, and you're suggesting stealing 4.
Fantastic.
I don't know that we need to steal 2, do we? I think as long as we can get our tail taken care of, then we don't need more than 1 cart. We just.
I think having a cart
right, we
leaving
need
in
more
a
than 1 cart
suspicious
because
manner
it's
is going to make sure that they are going to want to follow that. And so then waiting an appropriate amount of time so that we can then leave with the second cart that actually has the goods on it is the good plan.
That is a good plan.
Why don't we just make an out of character, non-suspicious, and just have like an order to pick up something different, but then we pick up the goods?
How many of these boxes are there?
6?
So 1 cart with 4 horses pulling it could handle them all. Okay, so we have the distraction cart, and we have the actual cart I'm down for that plan. I like that plan. We have the cart that's meant to be chased, and then we have the slower cart that will actually have it and take the longer route.
Right, and be more stealthy and be a little slower, but doesn't matter because nobody's following them.
Okay, great.
I volunteer to go with the cart with the goods because I have all kinds of nifty spells that might help us evade detection.
I will go with the cart that is going to be all distracty because I am all down for a fight.
Yeah, that's really Mull's area of experience or expertise as well.
And
Mojo will
also-
go with the good card that has the goods in order to help in case something is needed.
Of note, I think at best I can probably make 4 or 5 horses, and they're only good for an hour. From the first one that I. So I don't know. Lots of horses might be hard for me to manage.
Maybe we get some real horses for the carriage that's carrying the real thing.
That's what I was thinking. Let me just see here. How much is the book price? What's the Kelly Blue book on a draft horse?
The warehouse has horses and carts, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they're just for general use.
Well, but I'm
No,
sure that
but,
they're going to be for the person who's trying to help smuggle the goods of the owner of the fucking place.
No, because it's not the owner of the place.
Shush.
Because we covered that earlier.
Your logic.
But I feel like we can probably steal a cart and some horses.
Yeah, but that I think should be the group that's making a flashy
Okay,
distraction.
all right, fair enough.
That sounds like a plan then. So we're going to steal some horses for the cart that doesn't have the things in it.
Yes.
Although we should have some things in it that look like things worth having.
We're definitely loading it in front of them. We're just simultaneously going to be loading another cart that they can't see. Kyle, was it big enough that you could push a cart inside and load it?
Absolutely.
What about
Okay.
2 carts?
Yeah. There's like multiple loading docks. Like, so think of a warehouse. There's like the loading dock area. So you like back in a little bit, and the cart is on a warehouse. The like horse team kind of sticks out, but and
Okay.
yeah, you like back into a platform.
So here's my suggestion then is we go back and we bribe one of those guys or more of those guys to leave one cart like in there. And then we'll make a big flashy show of stealing horses and a cart and loading it up and rolling away and hopefully get those cops to follow us. Meanwhile, the other one has already been loaded.
Well, you've got minor illusion, right?
Yeah.
We don't even need to load the cart. You can make a minor illusion of all 6 crates. They're less than 5 feet square.
But we need to make a show of it so that they know that, oh, hey, these guys are... And meanwhile, we're loading up the other one. Okay, I think we have enough of a plan to get in trouble.
That sounds about right.
We don't normally plan this much just to get in trouble.
We're improving, okay?
Quiddick, which team are... Oh, no, you're going with the goods team. Never mind.
I gotta go with the goods. I mean, I don't have to go with the goods, but I'm going with the goods.
Okay, well then that just means it's Mull and Mud.
This sounds like a horrible idea, but I'm super
police
down.
after them. Yeah, this is...
That actually sounds brilliant. You guys are fine.
Yeah,
It's gonna be you and me
fine.
and that like little skull thing all over again.
Okay, great. Da 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 da.
All right.
Do we want to do this under the cover of dusk, just in case?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, so by the time you've finished your plan, it is probably 11 o'clock at night. So right now, it is 11 p.m. It's like a little before midnight.
I say we go get ready and just do it now.
Okay.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a big swig of something alcoholic and then I'm good.
Okay.
Moji's gonna take a swing from that same alcohol and finish it.
To be
Sort
clear,
of wrap
we're
them up.
stealing both carts, right?
We are stealing both carts.
Yes.
Okay.
Although we are only manifesting some of the horses.
Yeah, no, we're stealing half of the horses, and that's what Mull and I will be using to escape. And then once all the cops are after me,
Us.
then you guys can manifest the horses and kind of slowly and nonchalantly ride away in the other direction with the actual
Precisely.
goods.
Sounds good.
We have a plan.
Yay!
It's a reverse Ocean's 11
Fantastic.
with a twist. Okay.
All right. So you guys just hoof it over to the warehouse.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to. Who's going to be the face? Who's going to talk to these guys?
Me.
Moju can assist you if you want, but he would be on another card. I'm not sure if that is an inconvenience.
No, I'm just thinking if we're going to bribe these guys, whoever is going to talk to them, I want to go ahead and. Oh, no, that's me. Do we want to have a layer of distance between, like, do we want to make it so that the guys can't finger us?
Probably.
Okay, then I can disguise myself.
Oh, whatever. Mull doesn't care.
Okay.
It's not like I live here. Like,
Well,
I'm
and
not-
I mean, like, if we're making a point to be super, like, pretend stealthy, it wouldn't be a bad idea for Mole and myself to be a little bit more available. Because we're, like, fail heisting.
Fail heisting. Okay. You guys do you. Then.
well, we're all doing stuff together until we're not.
No, I get it.
Okay.
That was very descriptive.
I guess we maybe
I
we
heard
should get,
that.
like, cloaks. Traveling cloaks for everyone. But not in like a creepy cult way, just in like a
Totally in a creepy cult way.
We could be adventurers from a cold place, so we need clothes.
we're travelers. Normal travelers with normal travelers cloaks.
Yes.
Travelers, and not at all a creepy cult.
Okay.
Not at all.
No creepy
Mull
cult
don't
for
care.
us.
I guess he'll wear a cloak if we're gonna buy like single gold piece nondescript cloaks. But
That's probably pretty expensive for whatever we're getting. But okay.
all right, fine. We'll buy some cloaks.
But the cheap version.
Okay.
A whole gold piece will get you a really nice cloak.
Well, how about it gets not at all nice cloaks for everybody?
Works for me.
Okay. Spent the gold piece. And maybe a absurd hat for another gold piece.
I want the
that people
absurd
are
hat.
going to remember the hat and not anything else.
I want the hat.
You can wear the hat. Okay. I think we're good.
Yep.
Now, Lindsay.
All right. You get to the warehouse. It's later at night at this point. You're coming on towards midnight. At this point, the main streets are kind of emptying out. The cafes are empty. Like people are shutting down for the night. You get to the warehouse. Colin, go ahead, give me a perception. Everybody can actually give me a perception at this point.
Colin rolled a 3.
Looks clear.
Wendy rolled a 18.
I got 15.
All right. So 15.
No, Wendy got a 22.
Okay.
23.
So Mud with the 15, you'll notice that most of the guards that were the surveillance team are not there anymore. Windy with the 22, you'll notice that it was a shift change. There's different sets of people.
There's a different guy planting different plants.
I mean, not necessarily somebody gardening. Now it's the like midnight shift, so there's like homeless people and drunkards that look a little too clean in the teeth and a little too sober to actually
They're
be...
too aware to be drunkards.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so
just unsettling.
it's just a different set of surveillance. It's still there. The unloading has been stopped. The warehouse is actually even darker because the lights are kind of off. They've kind of closed up for the evening. The the doors are shut in the warehouse. And there is...
Before we get too far, can I start a detect magic?
Sure.
Do I detect anything?
What's the range on it?
100 feet? I can double check. Oh no, 30 feet. I'm wrong. But it'll be active for the next period of time.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, in a city like this, you're picking up little like magic items all over the goddamn place.
Yeah.
I mean, the warehouse has a pallet jack that is magic. Like,
Do the do any of the guards have magic items?
So just to give you an idea, this is like magic industrial.
Yeah.
So like there's technology, but it's all powered by magic.
Yeah.
Mage punk.
Yeah, kind of mage punky. So you know, the guards do in fact have magic items, but like of varying types. There's like one guard, not guard, a surveillance guy who's actually like wearing glasses and they're like glowing on his face, that kind of thing.
Okay. That might be an issue.
But
I can kill him.
We don't want to kill the guards. That's more heat than we need. We just need to distract and or get the
I
item
can
away from him.
do. Oh, I can see if I can get a rat to go like bite him or something like that, or eh,
I think we just need to. It's just one guard.
Yes, there is just the one guard in the warehouse area. It's actually like a guard shack at the front of the warehouse.
Oh,
It was
I'm
It was empty when you guys scouted it. But it looks like they just post a guy up there to at night.
And he's the one with the magical, like, seeing thing.
Yeah. But like
I can just hit him with a sleep spell.
Does anybody have a sleep spell?
I do.
Then do it.
Let's see. 5d8 on average is going to be
5d8?
20.
20-ish, yeah.
Yeah. Think he's got more than 20 hit points?
One way to find out.
Um. Okay, yeah, I'll put the one. Is this the only guy between us and the
warehouse?
more or less between us and the warehouse? That is
in fact, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll hit him with a sleep spell.
All right. What's your spell save DC?
It's not a save. I gotta roll some. I gotta roll some dice. I need some d8s. I forget. Is there a convenient? It doesn't matter. Does he have 30 hit points or less?
Less.
He is asleep.
All right. The guard is asleep. Which kind of just looks like... No. Actually, Drew, like... You cast the sleep spell, and you get this, like, feeling that he already was.
Well, that was a waste of a first level spell slot. Oh well.
Maybe with better perception, we could have known.
Yes,
Now
but
now
you
he's
can also
asleep.
now be damn sure that he's not going to wake up.
He's extra asleep.
All right. The guard is sleeping.
All right. I guess we just go past him then, because if there's nobody else, the other guards are just watching, right?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of surveillance guys just watching.
I figure it's a good idea to like make sure that Mull and I are the ones primarily seen getting in, and then everybody else would be a bit more not as visible.
Yeah, is there
Okay.
another way that everybody else can go in?
Do you guys? I mean, we could just wait until you bleed.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that's true.
That's
Yeah,
not
no.
ideal.
So maybe Mull and I can actually like load the cart for you guys, and you guys can wait in hiding.
We can't carry even one of those, I think.
Well, there's the magical
With the pallet
thingamabob.
jack.
Oh, right, the pallet. Well, we still need to. What's your strength?
It doesn't matter. It's a pallet jack.
Well,
Well, hopefully it doesn't matter.
These boxes.
I mean, first off, my strength is a +1, which isn't the best, but it is still something. And it's a pallet jack, so I should be able to lift large quantities of things with it.
If it's not capable of getting underneath the boxes, then this was a very poorly designed pallet jack.
That's a good point.
Indeed.
Although this is stuff that was stashed in the back and wasn't necessarily on pallets at the time.
That's not the point. If I work in a hardware store, okay, I cannot function, but I can still drop something in the general vicinity of a pallet.
I mean, you could add mojo to your obvious.
195 times 2. So I can carry 300 pounds. She can carry I can shift slightly or move, push, pull 300. She can do 390. So I think between the two of us, we can do it.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Did casting a fog cloud get us past the surveyors?
Well, we want to be seen.
We very much want to be seen.
Okay.
But also, like,
Kinda.
don't necessarily want to arouse their suspicion immediately.
That's true.
But
Wendy can cast hers now.
Never mind.
Yeah, whatever. Let's go. Mud and I'll stroll in. We'll back up 2 carts.
Okay.
Just by.
So you sneak in, and you'll notice that there's actually already 2 carts in varying degrees of load. Like, no
perfect.
horses attached, but they're already just in there, like, kind of half loaded with a pile of stuff at the back.
Fantastic. So I guess we'll load one with the things that we actually want to transport, and we'll load the other one with things that look like the things that we want to transport.
I can just do a illusion for that one.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So then we'll load up the boxes. The 2 of us can move one onto a pallet and pull the pallet over, and then throw it on the other one, and just go back and forth 6 times, I guess. Yes.
Should be fine.
Does the magical pallet jack require that you? Sorry.
No,
I'd hope that a magical pallet jack could handle a little bit more than that.
The pallet jack is actually almost unfazed by 700 pounds.
Yeah, I feel like we can load more than that onto the pallet jack, make it easier, and then just like load the things onto the thing.
How long does it take us to completely load everything onto cart number 2?
To completely load everything onto cart number 2, give me a couple of strength checks.
I'll send legs in too, and that way we can communicate.
Okay. Oh my god, is that a fucking 1? Really?
Why would you do that? I got a freaking 17 and you get a 1?
Well, I just was looking at the numbers on the sheets when I said that the 2 of us could do it. I didn't know that there would be any roll involved.
Okay, well, I got a 17 plus 1, so I got an 18.
All right, well, I got a 1.
Okay, you definitely drop the box and it lands with a very heavy thud.
Was that the first box?
Yeah.
Okay.
You drop the first box, you get the rest of them okay. It takes you like 20 minutes to get it all loaded.
I didn't realize you were so weak and wimpy.
I am daring and cunning and dexterous, okay?
Well, I am those things and strong. Just saying.
Well, like, shoots her a dirty look. Okay, go get the horses.
Alright, roll an animal handling.
Okay.
You have a +2 to that. Oh, wow.
21!
21, okay, yeah, you really don't make a lot of noise getting the horses. Like, you're collecting them, they don't draw any attention other than the, obvious you're grabbing horses from a barn inside an open yard, but yeah. You manage to wrangle up 4 horses, you drag them over, you start rigging up the carriage.
Fantastic.
While they're doing this, can Shaden be looking at the guys and telling, are they like being drawn in by this activity? The surveillors.
Yes.
Considering that we're like hoping that they're drawn in with just enough of our like stealth activity, but like not so much stealth that they don't notice.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make sure they notice us when we leave. Otherwise,
You know what? Shaden, roll me a perception.
1.
16.
16? Yeah, they all definitely have noticed Shaden. They're all still sitting there pretty well. Roll me an insight, Shaden.
1.
Oh, that was going to be an 18, but instead it was a 5 plus probably 6. Insight? Yes, so 11.
Okay, they've all done a decent job at total of 11, you say?
Yes.
Okay. So they've definitely noticed. You can tell they've noticed because they're even like communicating to each other. They all seem to just be talking. Like it's quiet, but everybody seems to like respond. It's weird to watch. Um, but they've done a decent job at pretending to remain disinterested.
No one's reaching for weapons. No one's gonna go raise reinforcements or anything, though.
I mean, there's surveillance. They're not gonna raise weapons. They're gonna tell the people with weapons that they need to get ready.
Or they're going to try and follow us to wherever we're going and get the buyer or
That too.
recipient too.
That's the goal.
So yeah, you hitch it up.
Okay, great. Mull's gonna do a little bit of an acting check or a performance check just to make sure, or is it persuasion maybe, to make sure that they think that the cart on board is, you know, that I'm taking the stuff that they're interested in. How's that?
Roll that with advantage.
Okay.
Like you guys
And,
have done a lot of
yeah.
prep and work into making them think that this is the cart. So
Can I like help with that? I've also got a decent performance ish.
I need an 8. Is that?
To be clear, Legs is staying in the warehouse.
All right. Using a superiority die and the commanding presence maneuver. Boom! Natural 20 plus 3 plus 6. So that's 29.
Nice.
yeah. Okay.
This is the best
Colin,
job we've ever done.
You roll out of there, hit the horses, just kind of whistling. I'm assuming you're not just tearing out of there like a bat out of hell.
No. We're looking like deliberately nonchalant.
Yeah.
Like conspicuously nonchalant.
Conspicuously nonchalant.
Aggressively nonchalant.
Okay.
Perfect.
So, Colin, you hit the horses. You're even like whistling on your way out, and super laid back. You start peeling out of there. You go around the corner. Everybody else notices this. Every one of the surveillance guys immediately kind of casually stands up, walks to a horse, climbs on board, and starts following the cart.
Excellent. All right. Well, as soon as they're gone, I'll like jump down and start conjuring horses in the cart.
In the cart? Cool.
Not in the cart. In the in the warehouse. Sorry, my bad. I don't wanna take the horses through the yard is my point.
No, I got what you're saying.
In the cart. Yes.
Okay, how does this spell work? I need you to explain this to me because this is awesome.
Basically, it's a 3rd level spell, and I just cast it. It's got a casting time of 1 minute. And then there's just a horse with a saddle and like all of the stuff that it needs. And it can stick around for 1 hour. It's got normal riding horse stats, except it's got a speed of 100 feet or 10 miles an hour. And when the spell ends, the steed just gradually disappears. But I'm ritual casting this, so it's going to take me like 10 minutes to get a horse. So by the time I get all 4 horses, I'll have like 20 minutes with 4 horses. But that's
That
okay,
should be
because
good though, right? Because
I
that'll
can
be a
keep
good
ritual
separation.
casting it. I can keep ritual casting it while I'm on the cart, so I should be able to like create a new horse when the other one is disappearing.
Okay, so I'm assuming somebody else is driving.
Hopefully.
Probably
You wanna use
Shaden,
my
right?
animal
She's
handling.
got better
Oh,
animal
wait.
handling.
You don't need animal handling because it's a magic horse, I don't think.
Yeah.
Let me double check on that.
I was thinking Mojo because I need to keep my hands free to cast like distraction spells and stuff.
Well, you have a decent animal handling skill and nobody else does. So if
Okay.
they need to be
I mean,
handled,
I
that's
do, but
you.
I'm on the wrong cart.
Eh.
I feel pretty certain like they do not need to be handled, but I will double check. It would be weird if you had to like handle the horse that I have brought into an existence by the force of my will.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm not feeling like animal handling feels super necessary, so I mean, Mojo can drive.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's-
actually say.
It's trotting a cart, like unless you were being in a high-speed chase, I will not be requiring any rolls to roll it through this.
And if we've done our job right, we do not have to do a high-speed chase.
Yeah.
All right, and then yeah, we'll leave under the cover of fog. Might as well.
Okay. Nothing suspicious about a small localized fog.
I mean, no, there is definitely something suspicious about it, but at least they want to.
It's fine. All the people who thought it would be suspicious is already following us.
Or I guess we don't have to leave under the cover. I just, maybe we shouldn't, and then we can make sure that we're not being followed. Shaden can keep an eye out.
Maybe you guys can get to like a specific point and then apply fog?
We can apply fog if we need to later. All right, so yeah, we get going.
Okay. Yeah, you roll out of there.
Shaden Legs is helping Shaden keep an eye out.
Okay. Shaden, roll perception with advantage.
Spend.
15 plus, I think, what do you have? A 3 for perception? A 1 for perception? A 6? So 21.
Looks clear. You guys start taking your path out. Drew, what do these magical horses look like? Do they look like horses, or are they like blue ethereal horses?
I think they look like what I want them to look like. I decide the creature's appearance. So yeah, they look like normal horses.
Even less conspicuous. That's perfect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you guys take the path, and honestly, you're gonna wind up getting to your ship completely unhindered.
What about us, though?
Just getting to that. Okay. So you guys set off, presumably not in the direction of your ship.
Not at all.
No. In fact,
We are
going,
meandering in
up-
the best way.
yeah, kind of a very circuitous.
But like in a way that feels intentionally not committal.
Yeah, we'll aim for one of these gates up here. Maybe this one.
Okay. Just in a long...
We're crafty, but not that crafty. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so these guys are keeping their distance. They obviously don't want you to know that. Give me a couple of performance checks actually.
Okay.
Like just so that way this is for like pretending that you don't know that they know that you know. I think I got
Yeah.
that right.
I got an 11.
I know that they know that we know.
Okay,
that
I rolled a
you
couple.
know.
So I got 11,
Is
15.
that a natural 20?
Yeah. So I rolled a couple because I thought we were rolling 2. I'm sorry, I didn't think you want one from each of us. Anyway, my first one I got a 17 plus a 3, so 18, 19, 20.
That's way
The
better than
second
I did.
one I got 25, 20, 31
God damn.
With
All
a nat
right.
20.
with a natural 20.
Roll an insight check.
Me?
Both of us?
Both of you. If you want.
2.
I totally just rolled a 2.
Okay. Looks clear.
Plus 2. That's 4.
Looks clear.
Did we decide if we wanted to dump the cargo somewhere?
We didn't actually think that far ahead.
So
Do we
you
want to
guys-
find a weird place to like park this so that we can try to walk away?
I think we should probably wait a little bit. Just to make sure that they have enough time.
I figure if we zigzag enough, we might be able to like park it somewhere in a weird place and then like try to walk. Or sewer? We could sewer.
We could try and sewer. But we just have to keep them interested long enough to make sure that our folks had enough time to get home.
Yeah, but like if we're all the way over at the like gate that you were pointing at, I think
Oh,
we've
yeah.
given them plenty of
By the
time.
time we get over there, we're absolutely like ditching it and booking it somehow into a crowd or something.
There's no crowd. It's the middle of the night.
I don't want to be a complete pain in the ass, but your illusory cargo only lasts a minute.
You're a minute.
There is other cargo on there, so they
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
don't notice. As long as they see us loading those heavy boxes on, or think they do.
Right. We gave them enough time for us to load those boxes onto something, so they think that those boxes are with us.
Yeah.
That's the important part. So I figure, like, somewhere
Yeah.
in that area by that gate, we're just gonna, like, dump the cart.
Yeah,
And
speed
horses.
up suddenly and take like a couple of turns, and then
And
just
then
leave
dump
the
it
cart
somewhere.
and walk off into an alley
Possibly a sewer.
or possibly a sewer.
I'm a slime. I have no issues with sewers.
All right. Both of you give me a stealth check.
As the person who's really good at stealth, I just got a nat 1.
I have to roll at a disadvantage, so I got a 9.
Okay. Yeah. You guys are having the damnedest time, like, getting out of sight of these guys. And you park the cart, and like start walking off, and give me a couple of perceptions.
Okay. When you say give me a couple of perceptions, do you want
I'm
one
sorry.
from each of us?
One from each of you. Yes.
Okay.
Each of
I
you
think I
give
need
me
to
a
retire
perception.
this die. I just got like a
13.
7?
13?
Yeah.
Colin, you are definitely being followed.
Okay. So do we run or I'll tell her. Like, okay, they're still on us. Do we run or do we fight?
I mean, I'm down for punching their faces, but also like, I don't know. Your call.
I feel like it's probably better if we don't kill members of the city guard.
I told you that was your call, so I will follow your lead.
Okay, so then we run.
All right.
Do I have any sort? Let me just look and see if I have any sort of spell or anything that I'm not immediately thinking of that could possibly
Anything that could help us,
me.
like, not be immediately seen would be great. Do you have the fog thing?
I don't have the fog thing. No,
Why don't you have the fog thing?
that's not my bag. You know what I do have is
Failure.
minor illusion again. So we can like walk through a doorway that has an open or like an archway or something, and then I can just make it look like there's a wall there behind us. It'll only last for a minute, but that's
Do it. Let's see how that goes. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean when I say that, Kyle? Like through like some sort of like a narrow connecting tunnel or something, but
Little alleyway door.
yeah. But when they come around the corner to follow me, it looks like there's a wall.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it. Let's see.
I'm still mad that on a stealth I rolled a 1.
All right. So Colin, you cast the illusion. You guys walk through a doorway. What's your spell save DC?
Usually it's written next to the spell, but it's not.
They don't technically save from an illusion. It's just one of those, like, if they spend time trying to figure out what is up, then they'll figure out what is up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is against your spell save DC.
Yeah,
Okay, so
with
what is
a
that?
successful intelligence investigation.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm
And
crazy.
My figuring is, they just walked through an area and then there's mysteriously a wall.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So
I would expect them to. Yeah.
it's 8 plus half your level plus your attribute, right?
Correct.
Okay, so 8 plus 3 is 11, plus my charisma, which is another 3, so 14.
Okay, so you turn a corner. You start walking down another like alleyway. And then you start rounding a corner and you see one of the guards like step through your illusion. Give me a couple of stealths. Give me a stealth each.
That's not us, right?
No.
I got a 9.
I got a 1.
Why would you do this?
I have to roll with disadvantage because of my armor.
Stupid armor! We're gonna have to fight! You're not good at this!
I'm good at fighting. I'm not bad at stealth. I have loud armor.
I mean, to be fair, I rolled a 3, and the only reason I have a 9 is because I've got a +6 on my stealth. But still!
Okay, well, he definitely like sees you round that corner, and as you're going, he definitely is following you.
We're gonna have to punch him in the face.
Yeah, okay, let's just find a spot where we can
Punch him in the
hold our own
face?
against these guys. Yeah. Find a spot where they're not going to be able to surround us and resign ourselves to the fight. What do you do to my sheet? Get out of there.
I don't want to look at your sheet.
So we're fighting.
Apparently.
We tried it the non-violent way. Don't rat me out to the dwarf.
It's okay. Apparently, we're just not the non-violent type. All that matters is that the other things went smoothly, so it's fine.
All right. Everybody go ahead and put your initiative up there. So Mole and Mud.
I'm really bad at rolling initiative, apparently.
UA, but that's fine.
What?
He dislikes my improper spelling of guard.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a great plan. Let's totally make fun of the GM. Great idea.
All right. So you guys definitely get a surprise action. You managed to ambush a little bit. Find like a couple of little nooks to sequester in real quick as he is approaching. And then they're in 30 feet of you.
They're within 30 feet of us, and we each get a single opportunity to attack. Is that what you're saying?
So honestly, I was just gonna keep going down until you've got a surprise action. Yes, you get an opportunity to take a surprise attack.
How many of them are there?
There's 2.
There's 2. And I will wait for them to be standing in a one behind the other.
Okay.
And I will throw my javelin of lightning at the back one.
Good lord.
Sounds like a plan
Okay.
to me.
Boom. Javelin of lightning. Roll that attack.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
Fantastic.
Okay, I don't remember exactly what this does. Inventory, javelin of lightning. Here we go. Okay. Forming a bolt of lightning 5 feet wide that extends out from your target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must... Okay, so the target, or the guy in between me and the guy I threw it at, has to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
They each make one, or just the...
Just the guy in between me and the guy that I threw it at.
Okay.
The guy that he threw it at is already screwed.
He rolled a natural 20.
Okay, so then he only takes 7 damage.
Okay. The other guy?
Turns back into a javelin when it reaches the target. Make a ranged attack. Okay. On a hit. Oh, somebody gets struck with lightning no matter what. That's great. On a hit, the target takes damage from the javelin, plus 46 lightning damage. All right. And that's 1d6 plus 2 piercing. Okay. So he takes 4 piercing damage and 14 lightning damage.
God damn. Okay. So, it is your choice in this game on whether or not that was a lethal blow or a non-lethal blow.
No, I'm not killing him if I don't have to.
Okay.
He's standing in a puddle. His beard is, smoldering.
Okay.
But yeah.
Boom. The other guy is statically charged for sure. Mud.
I mean, I'm just gonna jump in and, start punching. So
You just run up the alleyway and punch him.
that's how I do.
Okay, do it.
. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Five bludgeoning damage.
Okay, you have the choice.
I'm not gonna kill him.
Okay, you run up there and you clock the guy. He goes down.
They were not prepared for us.
They were not. They're punching out of their weight class.
Now book it.
Grabbing my javelin and then booking it.
Booking it sounds like a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, you guys book it. You make it back to the ship. Just roll perceptions one more time.
I
got a nat 1.
I don't know why I rolled that with disadvantage. I rolled 2 dice for some reason. 13. Okay, so 12.
12. Looks
Good job
clear.
doing better than me.
Looks clear. You are at the ship.
Great.
Guys on the ship, you have managed to get in and get everything loaded.
I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know, Shaden, do you want to keep an eye out for when they arrive, and you can have legs, and legs can help you?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So
We're finally
yeah.
working like a team, guys.
Right?
It only took us how long?
Okay, Shaden, roll that perception with advantage.
Oh, right. She can't roll her own. Uh, 11 with
Looks
advantage.
clear. Yeah, you guys get back to the ship. All seems well.
I guess we're not we're not in any kind of hurry per se. We could wait a little while and see.
Yeah, I think it's probably better if Mull and Mud go to a bar or some business that's open, or wait for the first bakery to open and get sweet rolls for everybody. Not going directly back.
Okay. Then in that case, you guys get sweet rolls. Yeah, so you guys probably do go to a bar. There's a couple that you can find along the way back, and Yeah, nobody familiar is around. Nobody seems to be interested in you. You have a couple of drinks, you have a little fun. Sun starts coming up. You can smell the bakery down the street.
Perfect. Yes, sweet
Sweet
rolls.
smell of bread on the air.
The first sweet rolls of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Still light and flaky and warm when we get them back to the boat.
I'm gonna need some of those.
So the question is, when you get back, when everybody is on the boat and it's taking hours for these guys to get back, what is your thoughts? How are you feeling? What are you guys doing on the boat?
I mean, like, Koenig is like probably anxious, but at the same time, Koenig's being like, they're being careful. It's fine. But like inside, Koenig's like,
Okay. Shaden's on lookout. Mojo's in the hold getting hammered.
Koenig's reading and rereading the same paragraph, and also like checking in on what Legs is seeing every like 5 minutes.
All right. Yeah. So eventually they get back. It's
With
dawn,
sweet rolls.
and you got sweet rolls.
Totally.
Yeah, they come back with sweet rolls, fresh baked sweet rolls.
Are we sponsored by the baking industrial complex?
No, I just like think
Definitely.
it's like donuts. Like the first donuts of the day, still warm in the box. Come on.
Well, and I mean, we
Buy
only had to
sweet
like punch 2
rolls.
people in the face, so I'd call this a pretty good stealth win.
We did great. I mean, we still need to complete the rest of the smuggling, but
It's best as you could have done.
I think we should be proud, and I brought sweet rolls to celebrate. And now
I wasn't
Yay.
here. I wasn't here when we pulled into town, but was there any sort of like checkpoint we had to get through, or
No.
Not really. I think we just like bribed a guy.
Yeah, and I annoyed him enough that we didn't even have to bribe him all that much.
That wasn't even like a checkpoint. That was literally paying for the dock.
Yeah.
And the customs check at the dock.
So yeah, let's go to the moon. To the moon.
And you guys are paid
To
up
the
for like
moon.
another 4 days.
Yeah, I mean we're
coming back.
coming back.
Well, yeah.
We still
your
have to like
slip
go
is
to the
paid
keep.
up for another 4 days.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
We're fine.
we're great.
To the moon.
To the moon. All right.
Moon.
Yeah, you guys pull out of the dock. You take off. You start flying over to the moon. It only takes like an hour to get there. It's really not that far. A couple of circles of the moon, and you'll notice a fairly flamboyant ship. Kind of it. There's nothing else around.
Yeah, okay, we'll go over to the ship. You guys got
Pull
some
up
strong
alongside of
hands
it.
that can help move these crates?
They're just like covered with a canvas on the main deck.
Okay.
Mojo will definitely help you move any crates.
Yeah. So you pull up along the ship. You ask for strong hands, and one of the sailors there kind of gives a chuckle. It's like, yeah, we got some sailors. All right, guys, come on out. Give us a hand with this. Colin and Mud. I'm sorry, Mole and Mud. Give me perceptions.
12.
17.
So the group of individuals that come out, y'all kind of recognize, and then you realize that it was the first group of surveillance guys.
Those bastards.
Friggin'
And
tests.
out of the captain's cabin walks Vanessa.
Oh my god, I'm so surprised.
There's at least a few in here that I better hope is like supporting some like ice packs on their fucking faces for where we punched them in
You know,
It looked
or
I'm
electrocuted them, however that works.
I'm literally just like beaming into Vanessa's head to like, we would have taken it just as seriously if you told us it was a test.
No, we wouldn't have.
No, we wouldn't have.
But would you have?
Shut up.
Would you really have?
I would have.
You did well. You did well. You are obviously the daughter of Voss. Voss?
Viz.
Viz. You are
I
obviously
definitely,
the
like-
daughter of Viz.
I definitely quirk my eyebrow at that because I know what their relationship was, but since I'm a bug, she has no idea what.
You definitely have the skills and the mind for the job. So thank you very much. Let's get this precious cargo unloaded. And a bunch of the guys like jump over, and one of them opens the top box, and you can see that it is just a hunk of lead that fills the whole box.
Could
You
have
know
been
what? It's
200
fine.
pounds
I've
lighter.
punched somebody's face for this, and that was worth it.
All right. Well, two things have been accomplished here. Number one, I definitely have some actual work for you all. And number two, I have a way to get you into the keep, unknown, but it's going to be expensive. So, do you want to make some money?
Yes.
Excellent.
Silly question.
Yeah.
I like money. Money becomes booze.
Well, come on board and let's have dinner. And that is where we're going to call it for tonight.
Money can be exchanged for goods and services. Sorry.
Guys, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little misadventure. We are the Cobalt Cafe. I would very much like to say thank you to Taro, who made this map that I unabashedly just stole. Again, I can promise you we don't make any money on this. We just have a good time sharing our adventures. I am Kyle. I was the GM. You know the rest of our players are ready. Catch us on Friday for Phi Apophasis, our superheroes game, and that will be starting at KST. Everybody have a good night. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Anybody else knows what
Everybody.
KST is?